Welcome to Endeavor TV with the brand new Sony Xperia J smartphone, an unboxing and of course a short hands-on video again after the IFA where this nice little under $200 device was announced. So as you can see here, as always by Sony, beautiful box here with some technical details on the back. As you can see, there's different colors available. We have a 5 megapixel camera inside. You can shoot videos with QVGA resolution as a front camera, as far as I know, and a 4-inch screen, which is not HD, but it has a 480 times 854 pixel resolution. The device is 124 grams heavy and has of course a radio, Android 4.0 installed with 4.1 upgrade probably in the next year, 1 GHz MSM 7227A processor inside, headphones, Bluetooth, GPS, and everything actually you would want to think of. And as you can see, we have also in this little box a two-color version available, white and black. The Sony Xperia J is also called the ST26i if you want to Google that instead of just Xperia J. So let's see what you get inside the box when you buy this little fella for about 200 bucks. First off, you have a back cover, which is quite interesting since there is actually already a back cover on the device itself, as you can see here. So that's why it's called black and white, not because it's black on the front and white on the back, but you can actually change the back cover to anything you like between these two colors, and you can buy of course more colors if you would want that. Then we have also here micro USB cable inside the box, not that thrilling. I mean, you need that of course for charging and the connection to your computer. Then we have headphones here, which are 3.5mm, but there's also a little button here on the headphone, so you can answer your calls and hang up your calls and use it as a microphone. So this is a headset actually, not only headphone. And then we have some paperwork inside, how to put in the SIM card, important informations, SAR information, and manual. Then what else? We have of course a battery inside, which was quite stunning to me that this little device with 4-inch screen has a 1700 milliamp battery at 6.3 watt hours inside. And then also one last thing is this little adapter, since usually a lot of providers give you now micro SIM cards instead of mini SIM. You can see that we have a micro SIM to mini SIM plastic little adapter, so you can use your smaller SIM card also here in this phone. As you can see here, it shows you how to put it in. So let's check out the phone itself and then take a quick tour through Android 4 here on this beautiful device. As you can see, this is not the first time I'm unboxing this. There's already some fingerprints on here, but there is a protection foil on, which is of course quite handy for the first few days of protection. Then we have 3 buttons actually by Android here on the bottom: back, home, and menu. All 3 of these are touch, not hardware buttons. Then we have a microphone right here on the corner. On the sides we have here volume control, on and off switch, and you can take off the back right here. On the bottom there is nothing except for a little hole where you can put this around your neck or around your wrist or something like that, with an extra little band that you could buy of course externally. A micro USB for charging and data connection, and then of course here we have a 3.5mm headphone port. Then also what we have here is a camera which has a small little foil on it, 5 megapixel with a flash, speakers on the bottom. It says only Xperia here on the back, and the Sony Ericsson logo is gone of course since a few models now. Then you can take off the back of course like this. And then you can see that we have a beautiful chrome inside also. This is actually quite a heavy phone, even without the battery, so it feels really good. We have here again the model number, the SIM card slot, and micro SD card slot, since the device itself has only 4 gigs of internal memory that you can expand by 32 gigs. And otherwise you can see that there's not much to see inside here, and I will not put in the battery right now because I have another Xperia J that's already running with all the updates right here. This is the black version, so that would look like this. And actually what I like about this smartphone is not only this little curved design that you already know from a few older Sony Xperia models, but actually it has a quite nice weight to it, and it's kind of a rubberish feeling on the back, but not too much rubber. It's like on the on the Google Nexus 7 if you had that in your hand. So let me turn the device on by hitting the on button here on the side, and then you can see I don't have a SIM card right now inside, but it's glowing on the bottom blue, which is quite beautiful. If you log in, that goes away, and I'm in the camera mode right now, but we will check that out in just a second again. I'm in Wi-Fi right now, so I can also go, for example, into the browser, and then we can check out techhive.de. And the keyboard, so I can just start typing like this, and you will see that typing goes quite quickly, especially if there's nothing loading. I can just do this, and then of course it loads up quite quickly here our mobile website. I can flip the device also, and you can see that it's quite fast, and there is no complaints about that. Now if I go to our American website, I don't think that they have a mobile site, so it will have a little bit more content, and it should slow a little bit down. Actually, we're able to see the keyboard right now in landscape mode, so I hope you liked also that feature. So let's see. You can see here you can read quite a lot. Pictures, text, looks quite okay. And what I actually really love about the Sony devices in Android is that you have swipe, but one of the best swipes, since I can switch from language to language here on the bottom. Let me choose English right now, and then I can write something like president, like this. Bam, it knows it. But I can also switch to maybe Hungarian and write something strange like Örökbevétel. Yeah. And I can switch to German again, where we can also write something like this. And bam, it all knows it. And you can switch really from language to language that you can select. You can switch between English and Spanish and something like that. And it just knows a whole bunch of words. And it doesn't, if it doesn't know it, like for example our website TechHive, then you can tell him to save it by just hitting it once when it shows it up on that little space like there. And then you can just do this, and it already knows it. So this is really quite amazing, and I just love it that about Sony. So, but you will see a lot of more of that in our review. Now let me just show you the camera, and as you can see here, we have light coming from directly into the camera right now. So it's not perfect for shooting pictures, but you can see that it's really responsive. You cannot shoot HD videos, but for photos it's quite okay. We will take a few sample shots, of course, later with the review, and now we will actually flip the camera, which I have to do somewhere. I'm never sure about that. I think here, front camera right there. So we have a front camera, and then you can see here we have here my Panasonic GH2, and the camera is not that sharp, but it's totally enough for Skyping. I would say, what else would you need that for actually? So thank you much for watching, and Devil TV. This was the first impression here with the Sony Xperia J. And before I say please tune in again, let me actually compare to another 4-inch competitor, the Samsung Galaxy S3 Mini. Both have a 4-inch screen, so now you can see actually the size difference. Let me actually turn both on like this, and then you can see that they have the same display size. Kind of. Well, actually on the S3 Mini the display looks smaller but wider, so they cheated a little bit in that matter, but you can see that in terms of thickness they are about the same. And if I take my S3, that maybe a little more people know, then you can see here also that's the same width. I don't have an iPhone 5 here right now, but what I can show you is another Sony device which is a little bit more expensive. This is the Sony Xperia T, the James Bond smartphone. As you can see, this is brand new also. I have to unbox it later. So you can see this has kind of the same arc design. So if I put them onto each other, you can see that they are about the same in width also. So thank you much for watching Devil TV. This was the brand new Sony Xperia J, cheap, low-end smartphone, but with really high-end quality design, I would say. I just love this. I would recommend this over the Sony Xperia Ray right now that I was recommending last year until June this year, but this is just one of the best smartphones. If you want NFC in the same price range, check out the LG Optimus L7 or maybe even L9. So thank you much for watching. This was the brand new Sony Xperia J. Please subscribe now on the bottom in the new YouTube design. Until next time, please tune in again.